All right. Welcome everybody to the last episode of the Lombardi League for the season. I've got a couple things to take care of. I need 10 more balls in our draft order to make it an even 120. So in theory, that's 10 per person in our league. So yeah, I'm going to do it with picker wheel. You can see everybody's taken account for. I've got 12 guys. Do a couple shuffles in here. Let's go 12 shuffles. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm gonna do this 10 times. So basically, good luck to everybody. They'll keep a tally for me so I don't have to worry about it, and then I'll just put it into our stats that we already have. So let's do it. I don't want the sound on. Alright, so Bino got the 1. Number 2, let's see who it'd be. Corey, get another one. All right. Ryan. Who's number 4? That's me. All right. Number 5. Oh, that one went fast. Uh-oh, Corey. All right, Corey's got 2 out of the 5 so far. What are the chances, you know? Patrick, there you go. So that's 6, I believe. Number 7. I'm gonna lose count. That's not even a 10. Damn, Corey's cleaning house. Okay. That'll be one way you know that I'm not cheating this, when Corey gets +3 and I get +1. Bino +2, all right. So let's take a look here. Patrick 1, Bino 2. So I got 2 more. What do we got here? Let's get somebody who hasn't gotten one, Corey. Patrick again. Well, count it. All right, I believe this is number 9. Wes, there you go. There it is. All right, so 1 for me, 3 for Corey. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So let me pull up our draft orders. We're gonna call these random draws because that's how we do it. So Patrick +2 to what he has, so he got 2. Boom. Put him up pretty good. Nice. Okay, so let's scrunch this up a little bit. So we got 112. Wes +1, beat on +2. Ryan +1, Corey +3, me +1. So I got a 3. Ryan goes to 2, and +3 for Corey, so he goes to 4. So out of 120. All right, so our final odds at that number 1 pick. In first place, we have myself with 15 balls going into that drum for a 12.5% chance at that number 1 pick. In second place, there's a 2-way tie between Bino and Justin Ates with an 11.67% chance 14 balls in that drum. So just behind me, not far away at all. Third best odds would be Corey. He's got a 10% chance and 12 balls in our drum. Fourth place, a two-way tie between Wes and Dylan with a 9.1% chance and 11 balls with their name on it in that drum. Fifth place, Miller. He has an even 10 balls for an 8.33% chance at that number one pick. Sixth place, there is a two-way tie between our new guys, Ryan and John Eastwood, with an eight balls for 6.67 chance. Seventh place, seventh best odds, Patrick. 7 balls in there for a 5.83 chance at that number one pick overall. And last place, our resident champion is Brian, tied with our second place finisher, Spencer, with 5 balls in there apiece for a 4.17% chance. Alrighty, and we will figure out the draft order in a couple months. But now we know the odds. For those of you that don't know, I was doing videos, a weekly video for 2 different leagues, and I got burnt out. I got burnt out hardcore on it. And yeah, next year it's just going to be one big super show. And yeah, I'm going to try to make it as enjoyable as possible for everybody in each league. Big news this season, the Lombardi League has expanded. It has expanded from 10 teams to 12 teams. John and Ryan have joined us in the big leagues, so congratulations to those two. Every year from now on, the winner of the Wild Card League, the only first place, wins a cash prize based on how big the league was, and replaces the last place finisher in our Lombardi League, and their $100 buy-in is included in their winnings. So congratulations to John again for winning. He won. It was a 12-man league, so bigger than the league that he moved into. Congrats to John. He won about $400 some odd and a free entry into the league. Ryan's got his free entry in the league. So congrats, guys. Looking forward to next year already. Super Bowl is this coming Sunday. So yeah, I had everybody fill out this exit survey. I want to go over our answers, and potentially there's some ties. There's some ties in here. So we're gonna have to go through these, and let's start. All right. Everybody enjoyed the league. It was unanimous. Nobody had like any super negative things about the league. Makes me really happy as a commissioner to know that I'm doing something right. And we had a lot of surprises this year. So let's see if we can change one thing about this league. What would it be and why? Couple responses. They like no defense, wouldn't mind no kickers. Well, we're doing that. No kickers this coming season. League is great. Maybe add a small keeper management fee that goes to stuff like shipping, graving, draft reports, investing back in the league. This is huge for us. I am literally footing the bill for every engraving, shipping when I have to ship things. Corey was awesome enough to ship the trophy down to me at my home, but that costed him $12 to do. So I would like for some way to get an extra money that I don't have to take out of the big pot to pay for certain things like that. And stupid me, when I got Brian's name engraved on our trophy, it cost me $40 because they have a minimum fee at the place I went to of $40. So I paid for that trophy to get it engraved. Obviously, that's a user error. That's my fault. We'll try to avoid doing that in the future. But again, guys, this is not I'm not rich, to put it that way. So if I can instill like a $10 keeper fee that I pick at the end of the season or something, something that just gives me a little bit of extra money so we can figure something out. And if we do a virtual draft this year, which I'm sure we will, since I have moved out of the area and we do have certain people who just don't live near everyone. I would like to have a draft party this year if COVID will allow it, but if we cannot, I would like to have a Zoom meeting with 12 of us. And that would be the closest I could get to having everyone actually there. Yeah, if you guys have any questions or suggestions, I am always open. Most people have my cell phone number, Facebook message me, whatever. No kickers, again. Payment accountability, not a huge fan of PPR. I like PPR. I've been in standard leagues. I've won championships in standard leagues. But it's just, I don't know, more points equals more fun to me. So I will at least keep a half PPR if I can. If we're feeling like it's boring, if it's too small of an amount, we can talk about in the future, we can talk about having 0.75 point per reception or go to a full point PPR. But the reason why I went to a half PPR when I began this league is that it is different than all the other leagues I was a part of. Weekly money payouts, that's another thing. If you get me more money, I know it's $100. I have basically $1,200 of everyone's money to play with, and I choose to pay that out at the end of the season, so people can enjoy winning and getting a cash prize around Christmas time. I know most of us have children, not all of us, but when you can get you can get $200 extra at Christmas time, or $800 if you won the league, that's a big deal. And I would like, you guys know I am accountable with the money. As long as everybody pays on time, I have no problem paying out as soon as I possibly can. And you can talk to Corey, you can talk to Brian, Spencer, everybody who won money this year. I was pretty prompt with it. So that's I'm doing what I can to make this league great. But if I were to pay out, there's 13 weeks of the regular season, or 13 or 14 weeks of the regular season. So if I'm able to give out maybe $10 a week or $5 a week to the highest point scorer or something, we can keep advancing this league and keep making it different every week. And that's kind of what I'm aiming for. But yeah, it's something in our future. Now, I don't think this year, maybe next year, but this is something we should keep thinking about. If we do make the buy-in turn into $100 or $150, $100 some odd dollars, so we can do more fun things, like draft parties. Somebody's got to cook the food, somebody's got to buy the shit, and obviously we're all friends here. We'd all pitch in, but yeah, that's in our future. I want this to be quite large, and that's kind of where I'm at. 8-man playoff, but only if a 12-man league. We are going to decide that today, actually, because I won't allude to it, but there was a tie in this category, and we will figure this out today on this video. I want to win, so do I. So how are you going to win if I want to win? There can't be two number ones. That makes 11. No changes except for me to win more. Good luck winning more. I have a feeling you are going to win more this year. App tutorials, didn't really understand the Sleeper app. Yeah, I use Sleeper for everything now. I have a fantasy basketball league on Sleeper, fantasy football. So if you have any, I know it's kind of tough to say, but if you have any specific questions or something you've been trying to do that you haven't been able to figure out how to do, contact me, and I can try to make a video about specific things. App tutorials, I can link you to some really nice YouTube videos about it, but it depends on exactly what you're going for. But we can get into that. It's good. It's good. More shit talk. Yeah, I am all for the shit talk that you guys do. I think it's pretty entertaining. Me personally, I don't shit talk because it always bites me in the butt every time I talk trash to somebody. I end up losing the week, or I don't know, I just lose when I talk trash. You will never hear me talk trash unless I am up a considerable amount or I've already won. WWE scoring champion belt, even if we had to make something, because why not? I like the idea, but we're gonna figure this out later. But our payouts also had a tie, so we're gonna figure that out today. If the highest scorer doesn't even get paid out, I don't see a point in getting them anything at all, to put it that way, because that's also something that we're gonna have to engrave or sink some cash into. I'm not into that right now, but if other people see this and they want to do it, we can make this happen. We really can. But okay, let's move on here. Scoring is changed. The big plays, 40-yard plays by all positions are now only +1 points. Same for 40-yard touchdowns. Yeah, 2 points was way too much for a half PPR league. To get extra points like that, it was way too much. I felt like I had DJ Moore, for instance, this year for Carolina, the wide receiver. He would have like 3 catches for 120 yards and a touchdown, and you have one big play the entire game, and you're worth like almost 20 points, and that's crazy to me. I know it does, mathematically it's close, but that's an extra 4 points on a touchdown that you're already getting 6 points for, and that's quite large. At least if it's extra 2, it's cut that number completely in half. So everybody seemed to be okay with that. Last year, majority voted new rivals every year. Do we feel the same? Or yes, we feel the same. 9 out of the 12 of us want our new rivals every year. 3 of us did not. I was one of the 3, just because I feel like you want a rivalry that's competitive, and that's my big thing. So like this year, I had a matchup with Wes. Wes was my rival this year, and we split 1-1. And on paper, it's like, okay, that was a good matchup, you know what I mean? And I would like the idea of being able to play Wes as my rival next year. If we split again next season in our matchups, we play again next year. You know, play 2 times a year as your rival. You play 2 times every year. So I thought that would be a cool concept to be like, this is like our long-standing rivalry, you know. But obviously, I'll ask this question every year if someone sees this video and they think, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Since we're a keeper league, I'm trying to figure out the best way for the new guys to be able to keep a player. And yeah, so basically, when these guys come up from a new league, they are going to have the same players as one of the teams that already exists. So in my mind, I wanted them to be able to pick. I wanted to read the audience. I wanted to talk to everybody about it and see what they thought about them keeping somebody. And funny enough, a lot of people did not want the new guys to get a keeper at all. I was not one of those people, but Eastwood was the one guy who picked give the wild card winner first dibs, and he actually saved this, because if this was a 50-50 tie, I would have had to spin the wheel for the winner, and you may have never had keepers this season. But so let's do a for instance. My keeper is most likely going to be DeAndre Hopkins. who I picked in the 3rd round this past season. So I'm keeping DeAndre Hopkins, but Ryan, who is moving up to the Lombardi League this year, had DeAndre Hopkins. But since I was already in the Lombardi League, I get first dibs on DeAndre Hopkins, and he cannot have him. But if I pick someone else and he wanted DeAndre Hopkins to keep, he can have him. So basically it's on a dibs scenario. Everybody knows dibs, you know, you get first dibs, second dibs, and you go from there. So keepers, Lombardi manager will get the first dibs. And the way we do keepers is, like I said, DeAndre Hopkins was my 3rd round pick somehow. So yeah, DeAndre Hopkins is my 3rd round pick. In order for me to keep him, he is going to cost me a 3rd round pick. So this season, I will insert DeAndre Hopkins in that 3rd round slot, and I will not have a 3rd round pick because my keeper will be that pick. Another rule about our keepers is that one player can only be kept for a single season. They cannot be kept for multiple seasons. In other fantasy leagues that I am in, they say, like if you trade your keeper, let's say I kept DeAndre Hopkins this year and traded him to another team, that other team will not be able to keep DeAndre Hopkins in this league, if that makes any sort of sense. If you need some clarity on that, please contact me. Draft date's far from being set, but it's going to be that last Sunday before the NFL season. It's normally around Labor Day. I'm totally okay with that. It seems like everybody else didn't have an issue. No kickers. 10 out of the 12 of us were okay with it. We had some good points, if know why. They like having a kicker. It's fun to stream based on matchups, which it is true. And it does give your team a little bit more volatility, having that position that can either be a 20-point or a 1-point guy, which is a little crazy. Kickers defense force people to make moves on bye weeks and give up a moderate asset and a decent week-to-week kicker if they drop and switch. Could be wrong, but I didn't mind having kickers, especially without having a D. Little randomness, attention to play conditions isn't that bad. Totally agree with that, but I think the way this league is going, I want individual players to win me or lose me the week. I do not want to play against let's say the Baltimore defense and against Harrison Butker and have them both get 20 points apiece and I lose by 10. You know, so that was kind of the big thing for me. I just didn't want that to happen. All right, so the Lombardi League expanded to 12 teams. How many playoff teams should there be? If it was 4, you'd have to be in that upper third to get in. 6 is literally half, and 8 is that's 2/3 of the entire playing field. For me, I chose 6, but everybody else wanted 8 as well. So do this. So what I did is I went to pickerwheel.com, as you can see. I put in 16 playoffs, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 8. And then you can randomize these somehow. Shuffle. Shufflings aren't doing much. I guess it's only 2 options. Okay, so whatever the picker wheel chooses is how many teams we're going to have as a playoff team. Well, so let's see. And the winner, wow, okay. So we are going to have an 8-team playoff this year. It is going to be very, very interesting. So basically, if you're in the top 2/3 of the league, you are making the playoffs. And now that the 12th place finisher goes down to the wild card league, is going to be very interesting because the consolation bracket is only 2 weeks long. So good luck with that. The payout scale. So we have a tie here, almost a three-way tie. So this is our payout scale. The two tied were 800 first, 200 second, 200 highest points, and 800 first, 250 to second, and 150 to third. I was one of the three that did the 100K to first. Like I said, my goal is to get 100K to the first player, the winner of the league. And then someone wanted to keep it the same as last year, but just bump up that first place to 1, which that does pay out. So if you look at what I've written down here, so this would be 800, second still get 200, 3 get 1, and highest points get 1 again. I don't like the idea of paying out highest points so much because generally speaking, the team that has the highest points at the end of the regular season has a really good chance at winning it all, and I would like to pay out different teams. Let's see how we will give out winnings this year. Okay, so third place will get paid out. So the winner is 800 to first, 250 to second, 150 to third. That was a close second for me. That was another option that I thought was helpful to everybody, and it doesn't pay out the same person. You know, it gives 3 people the opportunity to make money, and now that is an 8-team playoff. There will be no bye weeks for the top 2 seeds. You play every week of this playoff, so there are no weeks off for anybody, and I'm excited for that. We'll see. In this league's history, we've had a 5 seed out of 6 and a 6 seed out of 6 win our championship. So this will be very, very interesting to see if some 8 seeds or some 7 seeds can make some noise in the playoffs. All right, so everybody understood that 12th place goes down to the wild card league. The only way back into the wild card or into the Lombardi league is to get first place in the wild card league. And upon winning the wild card league, you will get a cash prize based on how many people are in the league. It's winner take all. You get a nice chunk of cash, and you get into the Lombardi league free of charge, pretty much. I'm going to try to keep the wild card league to between an 8 and a 10-man league, just so it's a lot easier to get back into the Lombardi league. Last year, the Lombardi was a 10, and the wild card league was a 12-man league. And the difficulty of winning a 12-man league is substantial if you've ever been in one in comparison to an 8-man or a 10-man. And we're all friends here. I want to see it back up, and who knows if I have a bad season. If I have a bad season, I might be going down too. There's nobody's like Brian won the title this year. No one's safe. Brian could go from winning the title to last and not even be in the league next year until he can win his way back up. So we will see exactly how it goes. Teams must be paid in full for drafting before the draft. I try to do the best I can with paying people out and being cool about late payments. And you guys know me, we're all friends, but I need that money ASAP because nobody wants to be the guy who's badgering everybody for money when you already agreed to pay it. And I understand there's a pandemic and not everybody's working currently, and I completely understand that, but if you think about it, it is February. Labor Day, I think, is in the summer. February is the second thing of the month. Save $10 a month before the draft, and you can at least get me $80, So 80 to something. If you start saving $5 a month or $5 a week, that's $20 a week. $20 a month. and you can get me paid. You can pay me at any time before the draft. Like if you said, hey Kevin, I have that $100 for you, sweet, Venmo me, give me the money. Any issues, comments, suggestions? I answered the keeper question. If you still had questions about that, get a hold of me. We can talk about it. Can't wait for next year. Me either. I'm excited. Man, the worst thing about a 6-team playoff and being the 7th team is being the 7th team. Nope. Cool. Winner of the wild card league should be able to choose keeper, but off roster, demoted team roster. Train on conflict. So basically what this is saying is the Lombardi loser, quote unquote, the 12th place team goes down. The 12th place team goes down, and the winner from the wild card league gets to pick from the 12th place's team's players to ensure no conflict. And I'm okay with that. I like to think I would rather pick from the team I had last year to make it a little bit more of a personal touch, to create your own dynasty, quote unquote, but that's also something up for discussion, something we can talk about. Keeper fees, what I talked about earlier. The more money I have to play with, the more changing of this league I can do in a positive manner. Good luck bringing the pain. Bring the pain. Good luck. I want to win. Me too. I had fun. Look forward to every year, even though I sucked. Okay, the teams that suck, you have to really suck to now not make the playoffs, because there's 8 out of, damn. I love you too. All you got to do is try to be a good commissioner. I have bought so much shit just for this league. I'm using a ring light. I'm using, I can mess with this. I've bought a ring light. I have bought so many things just so I can make it a little more valuable to everyone that's in the league. I need to get better about making weekly episodes, and like I said earlier, I got burnt out hard on it. Just dreading the idea of filming these videos and editing. Not even filming them, but editing them sucks. I take more time editing a video than I do recording one. Cavalry sucks. Sucks, Spencer. All right, so for keeper question, give Lombardi League dibs. Last place team. Yeah, so that's like the same thing. And then Lombardi League owners get priority on the players, like we talked about earlier. But yeah, so that's what I got for our exit survey. And yeah, guys, I am pumped. The Super Bowl is next Sunday. I'm really looking forward to editing this video. Surprisingly, I had a couple months off, but I'm really excited to be a successful commissioner, to everybody have fun and everyone to continue to want to play. That's a big thing. The only thing I need from you guys is if you have questions to ask me, or just be available to me, or I am always available to you. Just call, text. If it's not something I know the answer to instantly, I will figure it out and get back to you. I think my favorite thing about this league right now is that there's been 2 champions. I know it's backwards, I'm sorry, but this is one of the better things I've come up with, to have everybody send me a signature and I will get it engraved. By the look of it, I should be able to get, I'm hoping, shoot, if I get 8 the 10 names on this, I will get something that I can spin this on, a wood base or something. If anybody knows anybody who makes trophies or anything out of wood, please let me know, because this is going to need a bigger base. There's going to need more names on this trophy. So I am, once again, I'm super excited. And I'm here to tell you right now, my name will be on this trophy next season. So good luck, guys, and I'll see you when I see you.